So much has happened in the world of fashion recently that you're definitely going to want to hear about if you're a K-pop fan. Welcome to another episode of fashion news that actually matters to K-pop fans. This is a segment where I deliver news from the world of fashion directly to K-pop fans. And not only do I give you the inside scoop, but I also teach you about why the news would matter to you as a K-pop fan. This week's segment includes juicy news from Blackpink, G-IDLE, aespa, 17, 21, and more. Before we get into all the hottest news, make sure to subscribe to FashionULT, the only place where fashion news is delivered directly to K-pop fans by a K-pop fan. Mega brand Louis Vuitton just announced that Lisa from Blackpink will be joining the brand as their newest house ambassador. This was a highly anticipated announcement that I'm sure has been in the works for a while now, especially after Lisa attended the Fall/Winter 24 Louis Vuitton show. And even before she attended that show, Lisa has been wearing Louis Vuitton quite prominently, including this Louis Vuitton Murakami Speedy collaboration bag that is so iconic. And just the fact that she has access to such iconic pieces really shows the level of the relationship she already has with the brand. This latest announcement makes Lisa Louis Vuitton's 17th K-pop idol ambassador, a number that far exceeds every other luxury brand. Looking at the roster of K-pop idols, Louis Vuitton actually has quite a diversified portfolio of K-pop idol house ambassadors that represent all the top-tier mega groups across the big three agencies. So now they have Blackpink's Lisa from YG, they have Stray Kids' Felix from JYP, they have Rise from SM, and they even have BTS's J-Hope from HYBE, as well as New Jeans Hyeon from Adore. So you can't even deny that they have a very strong lineup. This is pretty in line with what I believe to be Louis Vuitton's strategy when it comes to K-pop, which is absolutely flooding the timelines. So regardless of what group you follow within K-pop, you're going to be seeing Louis Vuitton in one way or another. This is a big move for Lisa because when she was at Celine, she was the only idol ambassador for a while, right? And she was such a Celine girl. Like in my eyes, she's such a Celine girl. So now moving to Louis Vuitton, she's one of 17 idol ambassadors there, right? So it'll be interesting to see what the depth of the relationship she will be able to have with the brand. Hoshi from 17 was finally announced as Diesel's newest ambassador, another announcement that I feel like was a long time coming. Hoshi has had a relationship with the brand for a while now. He wears and has worn Diesel a lot in the past. He even attended a show for Diesel. So it really wasn't a surprise that Diesel just announced him as an ambassador. The president of the company has even posted Hoshi multiple times, like Renzo Rosso. So I'm really not surprised at all with this announcement. If people were to guess which K-pop idol would have become Diesel's next ambassador, I'm sure a lot of people would have said Hoshi. I personally think it's a great aesthetic fit. I feel like Hoshi wears Diesel very well, and I feel like he embodies the spirit of the brand very well. Diesel is an interesting brand for Hoshi to become an ambassador for because they operate at a unique price point that sits between the mid and high tier. I think Diesel and Hoshi actually have a pretty strong potential to come out with some kind of collaboration project that would actually be accessible to carrots. Spanish luxury brand Loewe just opened the latest Casa Loewe flagship location in Seoul. And this is actually a very big deal because Casa Loewe's are locations that best encapsulate creative director Jonathan Anderson's vision for Loewe, which is kind of this blend of like art, craft, and commerce. For the grand opening event, Loewe actually had pretty minimal presence from K-pop idols. The only K-pop idols that attended were Giselle from aespa, which is their brand ambassador, and S.Coups from 17. I feel like the brand is kind of going through the motions with K-pop idols. They're kind of all over the place in that regard. A lot of people who have had relationships with Loewe in the past were absent from the event. Sungmin from Stray Kids, who attended the Loewe show, wasn't there, probably because of their latest comeback. Jang Ha from Zero Base One, who attended the China event, also wasn't there. That was probably due to a scheduling conflict with KCON. Rune, formerly from SF9, who has also worked with the brand, wasn't there either. So yeah, I don't really know what Loewe's strategy, or I can't really tell what Loewe's strategy with K-pop idol ambassadors is. Who do you guys want to see as their next ambassador? One of the most referenced brand in K-pop styling, Miu Miu, just released their latest Fall/Winter 24 campaign, and I was very excited to see that Minnie from G-IDLE is in the campaign. Miu Miu having Minnie in the campaign really shows that the relationship between the idol and the brand has really grown stronger. And the look that Minnie wore in the campaign, I think is so like quintessentially Miu Miu. Her look incorporated so many of the signature Miu Miu codes we know today, such as the preppy style, the exaggerated layering, the pops of like Miu Miu's now signature blue, as well as the super high boots. I think this look is so Miu Miu, and it's also so Minnie at the same time. I think she's a great medium to like portray this image. Another campaign I really want to talk about is Rosé in the latest YSL campaign. I really want to talk about this because I feel like Rosé looks so great in the campaign. I think that Rosé perfectly embodies the DNA of the YSL woman, and that's why they incorporated her into this latest campaign as part of an overall campaign as opposed to just her starting the campaign herself. And I think when it comes to YSL and Rosé, she has a little bit more of a unique relationship with the brand. One, the creative director, Anthony Vaccarello, you can tell he's very close with Rosé. And the thing is, I feel like for her to be incorporated in the overall campaign, I really think it speaks to this idea that Anthony Vaccarello really believes in Rosé's aesthetic for the brand, rather than utilizing her in a way where it's only appealing or trying to appeal to K-pop fans, which a lot of these other brands will do. Like they'll have a K-pop idol star in a campaign and they only use it to speak to a K-pop audience, right? Whereas in Rosé's case, when she's incorporated into an overall larger campaign for the brand, I really think that it shows that Anthony Vaccarello really believes that she reflects the overall YSL woman and embodies the YSL woman. It's such a great campaign. You guys should really check it out. I really think it perfectly captures the YSL woman at this moment. Something I've been so eager to talk about is 21's mega surprise comeback tour announcement, because I feel like this could potentially have major implications in the fashion industry. So 21 and YG recently announced that all 4 original members will be coming back together to do a tour in Seoul and going to Japan as well, and eventually a world tour, I think. But what I want to talk about is that because 21, they used to be such massive players in the fashion industry, so it'll really be interesting to see if any brands are going to go after them and try to dress them for the concert tour. If anyone knows 21 or followed them early in their careers, you would know how 21 are the OG fashion girls. Like they used to dominate fashion. They used to be synonymous with fashion. And I think with this comeback announcement, there's a big opportunity for them to realign themselves with the fashion industry. And I think that a lot of brands will be very eager to dress them for this tour. There's a definite opportunity for some of these brands to design stage wear for 21's comeback stage. For Coachella, they wore Alexander Wang, so I think Alexander Wang could be a designer for the stage tour for this tour. I think that Chrome Hearts has a very high potential of designing the stage costumes for the tour as well. And at the time, 21 was very close with Jeremy Scott, who was designing for Moschino. So I think that Jeremy Scott could come back and do something with 21. That could be iconic as well. But yeah, like I'm very eager to see. I'm like so excited about this. Like if you guys know 21, they used to dominate fashion. Like I'm so excited to see this come back. Nobody is more excited than me to see this. Speaking of comebacks in Moschino, Moschino just had a huge comeback as well of their own. They have a new designer, Adrian, that just released his first collection for the brand that was pretty well received. So I think that them as a brand have the potential to dress 21 as well, because they have like an ongoing relationship as well, right? So I think it could be interesting. Like that would be kind of a moment. I think that if Moschino's really tapped into K-pop still, I think they should definitely try to work together to do something with this. Those are some of the most major things that happen in the world of fashion that would actually matter to you as a K-pop fan. Let me know what you thought of this video. What did you think of the news? What surprised you? What didn't surprise you? What did I miss? What was the best news? What was your favorite news? Let me know that all in the comments. And make sure to subscribe to FashionULT, your K-pop stan inside scoop on the world of fashion and K-pop.